Alright, let's talk about psych stuff with me, your psych bro. If you're studying for your Cambridge IGCSE Psychology 0266 exams, you're in the right place. Today, we are diving into Chapter 1, Memory and Forgetting. In this video, we're going to cover the absolute key concepts you need to know to ace this section. Grab your notes, and let's get started. First things first, what actually is memory? Simply put, memory is how we take in, store, and later recall information from our environment. To make this happen, memory relies on three key stages. Encoding. This is processing incoming information so it can enter our memory. Storage. This is maintaining that information over time. Retrieval. Accessing the stored information when you actually need it. Think of it like a computer. You type on a keyboard, encoding, save the file to your hard drive, storage, and open it up later to read it, retrieval. Now, when we evaluate memory, we look at four distinct features. Input. How does information enter memory? This could be visually, acoustically, through sound, or in terms of meaning. Capacity. The amount of information your memory can hold at once. Duration. How long information stays in memory. This can range from fractions of a second to an entire lifetime. Access. The ease with which stored information can be retrieved. So, how do we improve our memory? The syllabus highlights two awesome methods. The first is chunking. This means grouping separate pieces of information into larger, meaningful units. For example, instead of remembering 10 random letters, you group them to form a word. This instantly increases the amount we can remember. The second method is using flashcards. These are super useful for learning definitions. Frequent self-testing with flashcards strengthens memory encoding and recall. Let's move on to the types of long-term memory. Psychologists divide long-term memory into two main categories, declarative and procedural. Declarative memory requires active, deliberate recall. It stores facts and events that we can consciously remember. This is further split into semantic memory, your general knowledge, like knowing the capital cities of the world. Episodic memory, your personal experiences, like remembering your last holiday. On the other hand, we have procedural memory. This stores knowledge of how to do things, your skills and actions. Once learned, it operates automatically without conscious thought. Examples: riding a bike, tying your shoelaces, or playing an instrument. But what happens when things go wrong? Forgetting means losing information that was once available in memory. It can happen gradually or suddenly, and the loss can be complete or partial. Sometimes, memory can even be retrieved with the right cues. When forgetting is severe due to illness or trauma, we call it amnesia. Psychologists divide amnesia into two major types. Retrograde amnesia. This is the loss of memory for events prior to an injury or illness. People might forget past personal experiences, but they can still form new memories. Anterograde amnesia. This is the inability to form new long-term memories after an injury or illness. Memories from before the onset remain intact. Some drugs or neurological damage, like Alzheimer's disease, can cause this. And if someone experiences both retrograde and anterograde amnesia, we call that global amnesia. A perfect, real-world example of this is the famous case study of Clive Wearing. Clive was a highly skilled musician who developed profound anterograde amnesia after a virus damaged his brain, specifically the hippocampus. He cannot form new lasting memories. His conscious awareness literally resets every few seconds. He also suffers from retrograde amnesia, forgetting many past life events. However, his procedural and semantic memories remain partially intact. He can still play music and read, even though he can't recall doing so moment to moment. This case is crucial because it highlights how different memory functions are separated in the brain. Have you ever noticed that you easily remember the first and last items on a shopping list? The primacy effect is our tendency to remember items presented at the beginning of a list. The recency effect means we are also likely to recall items at the end of a list. This was proven in classic experiments, like Murdoch's word list recall. Marketers and advertisers actually use these cognitive biases against us in the real world. They use the primacy effect through pre-promotion, building suspense before releasing a product so your first impression is strong. They also pay a premium for advertising position, ensuring their adverts are shown early in a commercial block for better recall. Finally, strategic product lists place the most expensive items at the top of a menu or web page so customers notice and remember them first. And that wraps up the key concepts of memory and forgetting. You now understand the stages of memory. the types of long-term memory, amnesia, and how the primacy effect influences our daily lives. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video where we will dive into Craig and Lockhart's levels of processing model. Keep revising, use those flashcards, and I'll see you in the next lesson.